Hi everybody, Sanbonani, welcome to my channel. Guys, do you remember when Zandile Kumalo went to testify in Senzo Meyiwa case? You remember the public figure testifying? You remember her testimony? And do you remember when Zandile Mshololo started asking her questions? One of the questions that she asked, that was a question that confused all of us because a lot of us didn't understand how relevant it was to the case. The question was, do you have metric? Zandile Kumalo, do you have metric? She refused to answer that question, you guys. Did she ever post her metric certificates? Because I know she did post a diploma, did she ever post? What we didn't understand at the time, you guys, is why the question was being asked. But more than that, we did not understand how relevant and useful the answer to this question was going to be to our future gossip. Okay, you see, now we need that answer. Today, we need that answer. We need to know if Zandile Kumalo has metric. Okay, I wish that she had answered that question because what is this that we're reading here? Anybody, you guys, that sends anybody proof of payment, fake proof of payment, and they think that it's not going to be figured out at some point that this is fake proof of payment, that person must not have metric. There's no way that Umalusi has records of you when you think that when you send fake proof of payment, that's going to be the end of it. The other person is just going to think that you paid the money, even though you didn't, just because you sent proof of payment. Now, more than ever, I want to know, Zandile Kumalo, do you have metric? So let's read here what's happening with Zandile Kumalo. But you know what's interesting about this case? It's the involvement of the husband. But just wait, we'll talk about it. Afropop star sent fake proof of payment to a businessman, guys. To a businessman, akayithumelanga mhlawumbe untando because people might think we know nothing about proof of payments and money coming into the bank account, even though we are very broke and paid every attention that we can to our bank accounts. But no, she sent it to a businessman. She probably thought this businessman is so rich, they're not gonna see that I haven't paid this money. This is a story by Ungwako Malachi, writing for Sunday World. It says Afropop star Zandile Kumalo is being accused by Mpumalanga businessmen of crooking him out of money and sending him fake proof of payment when he pestered her for payment, because nobody's just going to let you be when you owe the money. Sabelo Nhlabathi, owner of the trendy joint called Paradise Cove Pub and Grilling and Grill in Babatin, said he booked and paid Kumalo 40,000 rand. So follow me, you guys. The businessman paid her 40,000 rand for performance, and then on top of that, paid for 3,000 rands, which was supposed to be for accommodation. He said Kumalo, the sister of the Afropop songbird, Kelly Kumalo, was fetched and chauffeured to his establishment from a local swanky hotel together with her manager and husband, Umhloko Mete. He said while Kumalo was strutting her stuff, her husband got on stage to speak to the songstress. Okay, she was paid, she arrived for the performance as planned. Now the husband is getting involved. Now listen to what the husband did. Went and spoke to her, I'm guessing it's on stage. After a few minutes, he said, Tlabati said, Gumede approached him. This is the businessman, okay? Gumede approached him and told him that there was something wrong with their children at home and asked him to lend them 3,000 rand urgently. Listen, you guys, you are an organizer of the event here. You don't have any personal, I'm guessing that he doesn't have any personal relationship with these people. He's just happy that he booked an artist. The artist arrived as arranged. Now the husband, guys, listen, the husband of the artist is asking him for money because there's some emergency at home. Guys, does that make sense? Let's learn something. Let's leave our husbands at home when we're going to work, because these people are embarrassing us. I then asked my daughter to transfer the money. I explained to her that they said they had an emergency with the kids at home. But Zandi just got 40,000 rands. Okay, so why didn't she transfer the money? He said his daughter transferred the money to Gumede's. Even worse, the money is transferred to Gumede's account and they promised to pay it back the following day. Guys, you mean to tell me that Gumede did not have 3,000 rand? Okay. okay, fine, I accepted namang now 3,000 rand njengamanje. But again, couldn't he borrow from his friends, from his family? Couldn't he go to Capitec? Because he sounds like a guy that has a Capitec bank account. Couldn't he go to Capitec and say, short-term loan 3,000 nanyana, and attend to the emergency? Why embarrass your wife at work? Okay. When several days passed without a payment, he pestered them to do so, especially because, as his daughter complained, she was unable to balance their financial books because of the 3,000 rand. Gumede sent proof of payment via WhatsApp. Okay, that's another question we need to know. Does Zandi Kumalo not have an email address? Because why are you sending proof of payments through your WhatsApp for business? Okay, I realized later that it was fake because the money did not reflect in my bank account. Of course, Tlabati said. When I confronted them about the fake proof of payment, Gumede immediately deleted it from our WhatsApp chat. Okay, I'm sure she said delete for all. Tabata said when he contacted them again and agitated for payment, they subjected him to a barrage of abuse, epithets, and even called him a hick from Bulamankanga. Aibo, a farm boy. Hey, guys, listen. Ayikho into emangaza like when somebody owes you money and then when you want your money, they insult you. Like, and can you imagine uzandi uyadelela? Imagine ke sekudelelela imali yakho. Fanboy or not, I want my money. If they don't pay me, I'm going to the lawyers and will take them to the small claims court. He said, don't see a lawyer, just go to the small claims court because otherwise it doesn't make sense. You're going to pay a lawyer to get 3,000 rand from these people. Just go to the small claims court. Gumede said he did not pay him back because he threatened him with guys, listen, if like, okay, let's get this straight, guys. Okay, as the OGs, let's understand something. If we owe somebody money, it does not matter how they behave towards us. If you have borrowed their money, let's pay them back. Just as the OGs, the other people, I don't care. But as the OGs, can we just make sure that when we owe people money and they want their money, it does not matter if we think that they are not behaving appropriately, it's their money, pay them. You can't say you're not going to pay somebody because they were threatening you. It's still their money, they will continue threatening you. It's That's even more reason to pay them, because if the person is threatening you and you really owe them money, they want their money. They wouldn't do it if you did not owe them money. Okay. Guys, he also denied that they sent him fake proof of payment. Of course they denied it because they had already deleted the messages. Okay, listen, you guys. With the Sunday World now, we have to make sure that whatever story that we're reading is about the person that is on the photo, because now they're clickbaiting us. Okay, so it says here Zandile Khumalo being accused by a Mpumalanga businessman of sending him fake proof of payment. Guys, let me ask something. Was this husband not supposed to be some moneyed person from KZN? Like, listen, I mean, this is not 30,000 rands. Okay, this is not 300,000 rands. It's 3,000 rands. And also, what happened to Zandi's 40,000 rands? They're out here playing these people. But two questions, you guys. Does Zandi have matric? What was the second question? I forget. The other question is, does her husband have money? Because this looks very funny. It does. It really looks funny. Anyway, you guys, don't take your husbands to work because they will end up borrowing money from your boss. I'm telling you, leave them at home, guys. Leave them. Even if they say they are on leave, they are bored, they don't know what to do. Say, I'm sorry, darling. I'll see you later on in the evening. Don't allow them to even get closer to your bosses. They'll be borrowing money here. Now you are there sending me fake proof of payments. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngintanda kakhulu.